you for taking the time to join us this afternoon. All right, more people are coming in. Welcome, welcome, everyone. If you're a guest here, you can put an emoji or something in the chat. That way, we'll know how many guests we have in here this afternoon. Perfect. Thank you. If you're a guest here, thank you for stopping by. And I'm telling you, you're in for a treat because if you're curious, that's perfectly fine. You're way ahead of me because when I first heard of this, I was like close-minded. All right. But I'll tell you more about the experience of my journey. And I thank my wife for all this because of her. All right. Davin, welcome. Wave all the way from Chicago. All right, Mr. Davin. Thanks for joining us. I made you co-host, by the way. Can you all hear me loud and clear? I got a new microphone. By the way, yesterday, for the preparation of the new learning center, all right, I had to buy a bunch of chairs. But before BG, I consolidated my credit cards. All right. So I'm like, what will I use to buy all this chairs, tables, and consumables, toiletries and stuff for the office? Because our member here in Maryland, our team, were selected, and our authorized personnel, you'll meet her, our unstoppable Fran Karang. She's excellent. I'm telling you, whatever she touches is gold. So you'll hear from her later on. But anyway, what I was saying is last night I was like, I need to get the office ready, because the first wave, we're part of the first wave of learning centers globally. Okay. January to March, 100 learning centers. And we're opening, some are opening today, some are, including our team, is going to be, hopefully, we're praying, help us pray about that on next Sunday. So you got the banners. I bought that. So I withdrew 3,500 last night. Within 2 hours, I got the money. Sold it, got the money, bought the items. I'm telling you, this is mind blowing. I've never knew that this type of investment really exists. But anyway, I think we're at 4:02. I think we wait 3 more minutes for the rest of the people to come in. We want to make sure they are safe. If you're driving, please find a way to get somewhere safe. And I know if you're in the East Coast, we're getting all this winter mix, right? So I hope you're safe wherever you are. I've invited some friends in the Philippines. Oh, I see one of my buddies. Hi Edsel, how's the Philippines? Thanks
Hi,
for
June.
joining.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
All right, thanks for joining. Say hi to mom and dad, or mom. I mean, all right. All right, 4:03. Let's give them 2 more minutes, guys, and then I'll tell you we can start. Well, first of all, while waiting for the rest of the people, let me introduce myself. My name is Carlos Dela Cruz. Some people call me June because I'm a junior. All right. And I've been a registered nurse. That's my background for 30 years. I'm telling you. And I'm still living paycheck to paycheck. All right. My wife is the same way. She's a nurse for 20 some years. So you can see she's much younger than me. That's why we ended up with 4 kids. Then those are my why. My 2 kids are in high school and they're planning to look for, college and stuff. Those are the things that kind of worry me at times, give me some, like concerns. Where will I get the money or the funds when they go to college back to back? Okay. Also, I was telling when I first joined in, one of my whys is to make sure I keep my promise to my son, who's 10 years old, who's telling me, Dad, of all my classmates, I'm the only one who doesn't have his own room. All right. So that's hard, that's painful to hear that. And I told him, before you reach 12 years old, I promise you'll have your own very own room. All right? Because right now he's got a bunk bed in our, master bedroom. And because there's 4 kids, there's like 3 bedrooms upstairs. And I'm not gonna have him in the basement. It's too cold, especially here in the East Coast. It's really cold. So anyway, that's the promise I told my son. And I also have a 6 year old at 52 years old. Imagine having a 6 year old. Okay. So I'm like, I got to do something. And I am so grateful that we found this opportunity. All right. I can continue showing the plan. I know it's 4:05. We can start, but we can start with introducing my special guest. All right. This person, without his vision and the drive to share this to more people, all right, we will not be here. I will not be here because he shared this opportunity to a friend of ours we know from church. Share this opportunity with my wife because this person that this special guest we have shared it to this technician that my wife worked with since June. I think it's July and August. 2 months. She's been asking my wife, do this. Because if you're a nurse and you can't put out $500, $1,000, something's wrong. If you don't have enough savings, something's wrong because you've been a nurse for 20 some years. I don't know if you guys are in the same predicament, but that's our day to day thing, paycheck to paycheck. So so, without further ado, I'm gonna have you introduce yourself, Mr. David Aikau, level 5 in no time. Tell us about your journey, and we're so thankful for your vision. That because of that, you're able to share it to our friend, who literally shared it to my wife. But it took my wife 2 months because I kept telling my wife, "No, it's a scam." All right. Anyway, go ahead, Mr. David.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me loud and clear? Say yes if you can hear me. Just want to make sure audio check. You can
Can
hear
hear you
me?
well.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
wonderful. All right. And you can see my screen as well, right? Just say yes if you can see the screen as well.
Yes.
All right, wonderful, guys. Well, thank you. First of all,
Yeah.
welcome, everyone. Welcome, everyone. Well, I want to say congratulations, first of all. This is a proof from, look at this on the bottom, Stephen Beard.
Woohoo!
I want to congratulate you, the Maryland team, first of all, because this is a huge accomplishment. So, Carlos, if you missed the beginning, so they just got a office in Maryland, and this is one of the first. 15 offices globally. So they are the pioneers. So I want to say huge congratulations before I forget. This is a huge deal. So yes, congratulations. So let's get this party started. That's the proof right there, guys, that this is legit, that we are taking over the world. We are taking over the world. You might see BG offices near you. So don't be surprised. So yes, amazing. Well, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Davan Ikaw. I actually started this journey. I'm gonna go through my success story here quick. I started this journey 7 months ago. I started July 4th. I was very skeptical at first, very skeptical at first. A friend of mine introduced it to me. He came to my house. It's like, hey, David. He told me, hey, David, you can make money by doing copy and paste. He asked me that while I was cooking lunch. I was like, wait a minute. How do you do that? I'm curious. You making money doing copy and paste? I'm all ears. When you're all ears, you're like, I'm open-minded. Tell me. So he showed me the copy and paste right there on the spot in my house. He showed it to me, copy and paste. I was like, okay, there's no way you can make money. 20 minutes later, after he did the copy and paste, he made $100. I was like, okay, this has got to be real. I got to learn more. So I was like, I'm in already. I don't know what it is, but I trust my friend. He came to my house, has already trusted. He did the research already with the company. I don't have to do Google University or ChatGPT University, what other people will say. I signed up right away. That moment. I started with 2,500 guys. That moment. I didn't even know what I was getting into, which is pretty crazy. I started with 2,500, but that was definitely the best decision of my life. Sometimes when you follow your instinct, that's the best decision. When you have that hesitation, oh my God, you go crazy. You go crazy because you do a lot of research. Fast forward 7 months later, I made $121,000 just last night. Well, including last night, $121,000 by doing copy and paste, 3 codes a day. And we'll go over the numbers for proof. I'm just going to show you the overview. Withdrawal as of February 19th. Actually, last night, I just withdrew another $7,000 last night. So total withdrawals, I will highlight it here if you don't see it, right here, $71,000 and $287. Mind you, I only started with 2,500. That is amazing. That is amazing opportunity. This is the best opportunity I ever found. And I tried a lot of things in life. I tried network marketing, other joining different things, but this is a piece of cake because all you have to do is just copy and paste. Okay? Let me tell you a funny story. I signed up that day. I took the code at 6:30 p.m. I'm in Chicago, so I'm in Central Time. I took that code at 6:30. I made money right away. I told my wife, you need to sign up. You just sign up. Don't even ask me what it is. And she signed up right away. And then what's so funny? We became level one a week later. So a week basically when you refer 5 customers, you become level one. Level one means $90 a month. I was just sharing to my close family, my sister, my cousin, and my brother. That's basically 5 people already. That's awesome. And we're gonna go through the numbers here because I want to show you how powerful it is. You're probably thinking like, okay, what the heck is this copy and paste? Well, let me show you this. This platform, guys, changed my life. I'm gonna show you these numbers. Copying history. Numbers don't lie. Okay? If you see the top left number, the total amount of the order, $197,000 and 149. Just ignore that number. That is my trading volume the last 7 months. Just look at this number underneath that. Profit from following orders. What does it say there? Can you type it in the chat box? Can you type it in the chat box if you can see that? That is 122,331. Guys, that is 6 figures. That is 6 figures by doing what? Copy and paste the code 3 times a day. Would you say that's a lot of money? I mean, 6 figures by making money from your phone. Look at this, the top right. Number of times to follow orders on the top right, 983 times. That is a lot. Basically, what it means, I copied and pasted 983 times the last 7 months. That is a lot. But It only takes you 10 seconds to do it. I can do this all day. This is my favorite part, guys. Listen to this. Winning rate 99.90%. Numbers don't lie. I could be lying, but this proof right here, this data don't lie. Let me tell you a funny story. Since I've been here for 7 months, we only lost one time. And it's so funny. Everybody lost money, that particular code, because we're so used to winning. And guess what? 2 hours later, there was a recovery code by Professor Stephen Beard, our CEO. Say, hey guys, sorry that you lost money. There's a recovery code. Don't worry, just hang on. And we took another code 2 hours later. We made more money that day, which is truly unbelievable. It is so funny because after that, they were like, my team were like, hey, can we have losing days sometimes so we can make more money? So we made more money that day. It was unbelievable. It's a funny story because it's awesome. So I'm gonna show you the numbers here. You're probably thinking like, what the heck is this code is all about? Well, let me give you an overview. What's this all about? We are trading. Basically, we are doing crypto futures trading. Okay, let me repeat that. Crypto futures trading. We are not investing in Bitcoin, anything like that. Nope. We are just trading the price of the Bitcoin. That's all we're doing. So basically, they send your code twice a day. Okay. Let me mute yourself. Yeah. So they send your code twice a day. Can you mute yourself, please? I can hear somebody. Admin, can you mute yourself? Yeah, perfect. So they send your code twice a day. Last night, this was last night. So direction, basically put. Okay, I'm gonna give you an overview of this all about. The code last night is put. You don't have to know anything. Okay, basically it was a sell. We're just predicting the price of the Bitcoin that is gonna go down. That's all we're doing. Let me give you a scenario as an example. You know, gas prices goes up and down all the time. You're thinking like, oh man, it goes up and down. Definitely, I just checked. I was just driving today. Gas prices just went down today. That's all we're doing. We're just predicting the price of Bitcoin. That's all we're doing. And they give you a code. It's basically a cheat sheet to make money. Imagine you're in high school, okay? Just imagine you're in school. The professor is giving you an answer for the test. Would you take that particular answer? And they just tell you, hey, David, this is the answer for the test. Just take it. And then I'm like, what's the catch? No catch. Just copy the code, just copy the answer. And the best thing about this company, guys, this opportunity, no monthly membership. No monthly membership. Think about these. I made last night here, look at this profit. I just made $439 on one code. Basically, they will get a cut as well. So if I made 439, they will get something like 3%. That's a win-win project. This is what we call win-win project. I won, the company won. That is an amazing business opportunity. Look at this. I'm gonna go through my withdrawal. Okay? Just hang on with me. Just bear with me for a second. Guess what, guys? Did I tell you? Did it tell you I withdrew so far $71,000 already? I'm gonna go through my withdrawal here. Last night, February 21st, last night. I just withdrew another $7,000 because I like to withdraw my profits. You can do whatever you want here. You can withdraw every day if you like. Carlos just withdrew $3,000 last night, just to buy supplies for the office. I like to withdraw my money. I'm gonna show you what this is all about because this is Ethereum. The Ethereum is a crypto. We just have to convert that to US dollar. Give me 1 second, okay? Because you're thinking like, what is that? Okay, I'm gonna show you. Copy and paste. Copy and paste here. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna paste the amount of I just withdrew last night because I just want to show you that real proof, real data. Last night I just withdrew almost $7,000 just last night. It's in my bank already. Would you say that's amazing? You can withdraw anytime you want. That's powerful. I'm gonna give you another withdrawal record because guys, if you do Google University or ChatGPT University, they will never know this particular record. They will never know people's record. Like this data right here, you're looking at it. This is real proof, real success story. Like me, I'm just an average guy. I'm gonna go through the February 14th, this one right here on Valentine's Day. I'm a married man. I like to keep my happy wife happy life. So the withdrawal record, I'm gonna copy this particular amount. I'm gonna go to the conversion so you know that it's legit. Legit, guys. I'm gonna show you. Copy, paste. So on Valentine's Day, I just withdrew $9,000 on Valentine's Day. Okay, proof, guys, proof. One more for good luck, okay? One more for good luck. On February 1st, the beginning of the month, this is February 1st. Guys, I just want to show you this. If you are skeptical, I'm telling you, these numbers don't lie. I'm going to go here one more time for good luck. This is February 1st. This is about $8,000. In the beginning of the month, we just bought a house last year. We just bought a house last year. You know what that means in the beginning of the month? Mortgage. So we're paying off our house as much as we can by using the profits, by using just the profits from doing copy and paste. So we're gonna pay off our house in 5 years for sure. Because I did the math already. 30 years mortgage. How fast can I pay off my house? It's gonna pay off in 5 years. That is powerful. This is the best business opportunity, guys. Okay, I'm gonna show you the assets. I started 2,500. I still have $71,000 left in my assets. Basically, I'm averaging $1,400 a day still. 1,400. Would you say that's a lot of money? Would you say that can be life changing? I think it is. For me, it is. I'm a occupational therapy assistant by trade. I don't do that anymore. This is my full-time job now. It's amazing what you can do in 7 months if you have the right business opportunity, which Carter's going to go over, the right vehicle. This is the right vehicle, and the right people. You are surrounded with the right people. You're looking at it right here. So you are truly blessed that you are, this meeting is worth your time because Sunday afternoon you don't want to do anything else, but it's worth it. I'm gonna go through the deposit so you know how to deposit. I'm gonna give you an overview real quick. How to deposit in the first place. Well, first of all, we deposit crypto using USDT, US dollar, Tether, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and USDC. You can buy crypto from Coinbase, anything like that, Uphold, and we will transfer that money here. Okay, you can start with $500 here to get started. That's all you have to start, $500. And obviously, there's no maximum. You can put whatever amount of money you want. So yes, and you can withdraw using, I'm going to show you, Ethereum. I'm going to show you the withdrawal. You can withdraw using USDT, Ethereum, and Bitcoin because I want to show you that. That's powerful. So I'm going to go through the compensation plan as well, if you don't mind. It's powerful, guys. Remember, most of our customers here are just customers. That's perfectly fine. They can just copy and paste, they make money. They're averaging 1.3% a day. But if you want to refer your family, you can get paid extra. Why not? It's extra rewards. You're just sharing the blessings, guys. You're just sharing the I just love sharing these blessings because you know why? This is the cure for financial, cancer. If you think about it, if I change my life, I want to share this to the whole world because I can change the world. We can change the world with this business opportunity. With level two, I reached level two on July 25th, basically in less than a month. Made $450 a month. Basically, you have to have 25 customers in your organization. So, for example, I registered my wife, and she registered her family and friends as well in her side. So yeah, 25 people minimum under, and it's perfectly fine. You don't have to do that, but it's optional. This is my favorite part right here, guys. Third permanent signal. On October 1st, I reached my third permanent signal, which means I'm gonna tell you, if you just take 2 codes a day, which is you make 1.3% a day. If you had the third signal, you can make up to 1.8% a day. That is powerful. Almost 2% a day. You're probably thinking like, what the heck is third signal? Well, let me give you an example. I signed up my wife, my brother, my sister, right? So 5 of my personal customers has to be level 1 as well. That's all it is. My wife is already level 1. That's all it is. Once they reach that, I will be will have that per minute signal. Okay, that's all it is. It's amazing. You just help people and get paid more. Level 3, October 7th, on my birthday, was a great story because I reached that particular moment. $1,500 a month. That's life changing. That's just without. I mean, that's extra money. Level 4, $3,600 a month. This is my favorite part right here. Level 5, just recently, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, $7,200 a month. You can. This is life changing, guys. If I was skeptical at first, I would not be here in this position. I would not. I mean, it's just like I'm gonna go over the number here real quick, Carlos, and then let me go through the numbers here on the calculator because this calculator, guys, if you know how this calculator works, it can change your life. Okay? Yeah, I'm gonna give you an example. I started with 2,500 7 months ago. Okay? Number of points, number of periods is 212 days. Okay? 7 months. We are averaging 1.3% a day. Okay? I'm gonna give you an example. Just bear with me. This is powerful, guys. This is powerful. This number will change your life. Remember, I'm just using my own scenario, my own case. 1.3% a day. If I did not talk to my wife, if I did not talk to my sister, my cousin, my ending balance right now would be only $38,000. Remember, if I did not talk to any single one of them, my money would be just only $30,000. I don't want to say only, but it's still a lot. Guess what? How much did I make in the last 7 months? Let's go back. If you were not paying attention, let's go back. How much did I make in the last 7 months? Let's look at that. Profit from following orders. $122,000. That's 6 figures. So yes, you can make money just doing copy and paste. You don't have to talk to anybody, but you can make a lot more money. That's the best part. It's just an opportunity. So yes, I'm gonna finish off with 3 C's. Okay. Friend of mine, Kuya Willie. His name is Kuya Willie. He gave me a number. First C's is chance. Okay, Kuya Willie gave me a chance. Hey, David, I'm gonna give you a chance. You can make more money. We can replace your income, pay off your house, whatever. Right? He gave me a chance. Check. The second C's is choice. Choice. That was my choice. That moment. Do I want to take this? Do I want to take this, or should I do? I don't know about this opportunity. Google University says this, but guess what I did? I made a bold choice. I'm going. I'm going in. I'm going in. I'll start with 2,500 right away. Okay. Third C's is change. Change. It changed my life. So it can change your life. The 3 C's is powerful, guys. So if you're not a member, guys, the 3 C's can really change everything. So I think that should conclude my part, Carlos. And
Yeah, David.
yes, yes.
I think we excited some of our guests. They have a bunch of questions.
Okay,
Usually we would like to do this at the very end, but let's answer a few of them, okay? All
okay.
right.
Let me stop
So
here.
this is coming from Myra. How much tax do you pay a year from all withdrawals? How much did you started with? And I think you
Yeah.
answered how much you started with. And I know
Uh-huh.
there's 1099 at the end of the year wherever you do the withdrawals. So you can add on that. That's a very good question. Uh, so it says, yes, taxes on every withdrawal. How does that work? So we're not an accountant, so you can actually go back to your accountant. But I know for sure that this has been asked for some of our people or members who are pioneers, who's been here for, like David, 7 or a year, and they're making lots of withdrawals. You know, where you're making lots of withdrawal, you won't be worrying how much money you can pay because you can finally afford it, right? But Davin, you can expound on that. And then it says, what is the penalty for withdrawing? What else?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Let's start with the withdrawals first. Okay, the fee. Okay. So if you start with $1,000, okay, let me give you an example. If you start with $1,000, If you withdraw, the company gives you 5% bonus, okay? 5% bonus as a welcome bonus money, okay? You will get $50, okay? So if you withdraw within 45 days to 60 days, there's a higher fee, which is 32% fee, 32, okay? 32, which is kind of high, okay? You can withdraw your money anytime you want, which is fine. If you need the money right away, yes, you can, but it's 32% fee, okay? I want to straight up. After about approximately 60 days, you have to reach your trading volume. And we have a lecture on that one too, trading volume, how to reach a trading volume. After that, it's gonna be 12% fee. 1, 2. Okay. You're probably thinking like, oh man, that's 12% is high. Well, think about it. Think about it. Here's the question I asked myself. Did you pay for the code? You did not pay any code. Did you
No
pay any
fees.
monthly membership? Did you pay any monthly membership? No,
No.
no, no. 12% is nothing. That's a great business partner. I don't care if it's 50% fee. That's perfectly fine. But 12% is the fee every time I withdraw. Yes, that's nothing. Yes. That is the fee.
They're
Does
asking how
it,
much is the maximum to withdraw. I believe there is no maximum. I know there's a Zoom call that we did the uh, about a week ago. Someone
Mhm.
did 150,000, right?
Yep. Let me tell you a great success story. His name is I forgot his name is Indian. We have a lot of Indian customers here. He's from Dallas. Okay, that's all I know. He's in Dallas, and he started July 11th. I remember because it was in Bonchat. He shared a success story. He has a video as well on YouTube. I can share it to you. He withdrew $150,000, guys. $150,000 just recently, just last month. Guess what he did with that money? He paid off his house. Guys, if you pay off your house, your
Whew.
mortgage, it's you don't have to worry about anything. You pay off your house by using the profits. That's life changing. Yes, I want to show you that. Yes.
And David, Myra
Yes.
was asking, she's coming up with a bunch of good questions, but she's wondering, it sounds like in order to make the most, you will need at least 10 people under you. You
Mm-mm.
don't have, there are two ways of making money here. One, you can just, if you're happily trading, and I can show you in the presentation how much you'll get in 18 months with
Hmm.
the amount in your mind. And also, you can, if you want to be quicker, like how David said, everybody knows 5 people, right? If you share your link, imagine if you go to a restaurant and you told someone that this restaurant is really good, you should go check it out. Did the restaurant owner give you a reward for that? No, but this platform, they will. All right. And will reward you handsomely. And as a matter of fact, they will give you salary on top of the trading money that you're generating, compounding each day. You'll get salary every 10 days. David, how much is your every 10 days?
Every 10 days, I lost so many. There's so many numbers here now. I lost track. 2,400 every 10 days. That's dividend,
And that's
level five.
minimum. That's
Yeah,
minimum.
minimum. Yes, minimum. Yep. And I withdraw my dividend as well. So that's my
And
withdrawal as
that's
well.
level
That's
five
level
in
five,
just
correct.
7 months.
Yep, seven
I'm
months.
telling you guys, if you
It
know
can change
five
your life.
people, they will replicate because everyone is happy.
Yep.
I'll tell you more about it. In the For the sake of the time, I want to make sure I browse through the presentation. So please bear with us. We can call David again at the end. Thank you, David, for doing that testimonial and your journey. We really appreciate that, and I love the numbers don't lie. All right,
Hmm.
let me share my screen. All right, let's see.
There is a few questions about the 10 people as a newcomer. How do I set? We have a video and everything, how to set them up. It's very, very simple. We have a tutorial video, how to set them up. Very, very fast. Yes.
So, guys, can you tell me? Because my screen is kind of limited what I see. Can you see
Yes,
my
we can
screen?
see it. We
Yeah,
can
you
see
can
it.
see your screen, Carlos.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much for confirming.
What if building wealth didn't require years of experience? What if you didn't have to watch charts all day? And what if compounding finally worked for you instead of against you? Welcome to BG Wealth Sharing. Most people work harder every year, yet their money barely moves. Savings accounts pay next to nothing, traditional investing feels slow, confusing, or out of reach. And trading? It demands time, skill, and emotional energy most people don't have. BG was created to change that. This is a system designed for ordinary people who want a smarter way to grow income, steadily, strategically, and sustainably. At the core of BG is compound growth. No overnight hype, no risky guesswork, no chasing the market, but a structure where small, consistent participation can build momentum over time. Compounding works best when three things are in place: time, consistency, and leverage. BG brings all three together. Instead of relying on a single source of income, this model allows your earnings to stack, reinvest, and build upon themselves. Over time, your money starts doing more of the heavy lifting, so you don't have to. One of the most powerful aspects of BG wealth sharing is flexibility. Prefer a hands-off approach? You can participate passively and let the system work in the background. Want to be more active and accelerate growth? You can build a team, share the platform, and earn from multiple streams, including monthly dividends, rank advancement rewards, and more. There is no one-size-fits-all path here. You decide how involved you want to be, and you can change that at any time. BG Wealth Sharing also removes a major barrier that holds people back: complexity. You don't need years of financial experience. You don't need to trade manually, and you don't need to constantly figure things out. The system is structured, guided, and designed to support long-term growth, especially for those who understand that real wealth is built step by step, not all at once. Think about it like this: most people focus only on income. But wealth is about what you keep, what you grow, and how consistently you compound it. Even modest amounts, when compounded and reinvested over time, can lead to meaningful results. The key is starting and staying consistent. That's why BG Wealth Sharing emphasizes education, patience, and leverage rather than pressure or unrealistic promises. This isn't about getting rich quick, it's about getting smarter over time. Whether your goal is extra monthly income, long-term financial security, or building something that can grow beyond you, BG Wealth Sharing gives you a framework to move forward without burning out or starting over again and again. So if you've been looking for a way to turn effort into momentum, if you want your money to finally work as hard as you do, and if you believe that steady, compounded growth beats chasing the next shiny object, then it's time to take a closer look at BG Wealth Sharing. Start today, build at your pace, and let compounding do what it's always done best: reward consistency. BG Wealth Sharing, smarter growth, built over time.
All right, everybody knows who Eddie Murphy is. All right, but let me just share this short clip.
75 years. That's how much time you get if you're lucky. 75 years. 75 winters, 75 springtimes, 75 summers, and 75 autumns. When you look at it like that, it's not a lot of time, is it? Don't waste them. Get your head out of the rat race and forget about the superficial things that preoccupy your existence and get back to what's important now. Right now, this very second. And I'm not saying drop everything and let the world come to a grinding halt. I'm saying that you can become a seeker. You can be loving more. You can be taking some chances. You can be living more. You can be spending more time with your family. You can be getting in touch with the part of you that lives instead of fears, the part of you that loves instead of hate.
Ain't that so true? Anyway, before I continue, as I begin the actual presentation, a disclaimer, right? This presentation is for informational purposes, educational purposes, and should not be construed as financial advice or an endorsement or a guarantee of results. The outcomes of the BG investment project are contingent upon your individual efforts. Remember, you do your own trade, okay? Twice a day. Determination and focus, as well as adherence to the guidance provided by our CEO, which we call Professor Stephen Beard. And we see him, he's not a pigment of our imagination, we see him every Sunday when we do a Zoom call at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But anyway, his guidance regarding trading signals. BG operates as Web3 trading initiative on the DSJ exchange, requiring cryptocurrency for participation. That's what Mr. Davan said earlier. Please be aware that this presentation does not constitute an offer or solicitation for the purchase or sale of any investments. Historical results do not guarantee future outcomes. The cryptocurrency market, we all know this, is highly unpredictable and carries significant risk. You may lose some or all of your invested funds if you're doing it on your own. All right. If you're not following the copy and paste that we do, it's that simple. Only invest funds that you can afford to lose. With that being said, let me continue. All right. What is BG Wealth Sharing Investment Group? Well, our company overview is right here. We actually have a website, official website. You can ask the one that refer you to this presentation if you're a guest, if you want to take a look. All right. We have real people there, and you can see those testimonials. There's a Hall of Fame section there. You can see these are real people globally that have started and enjoying the fruits of their labor by being part of this community. So this investment group helping millions of people escape poverty. Guess what? Our CEO's advocacy right now is to help eradicate poverty globally. Okay? You're just hearing this now. There's attraction here in the US because we finally have the security or the certificate to operate here in the US. I'll show it to you later on. But anyway, you have to have that legitimate certification, all right, filed and approved in order for us to do this and be able to share it with people like you. All right. The people that share this presentation to you, if you're a guest, they thought about you. So thank them because they thought about you. They think that this is something because we like to share this with people that we love and care about. All right. Blockchain technology, we deal with that. Digital currency trading, contract trading, and sharing economy. Now, what's a company without regulations and policies? Well, this is a few of them. It is prohibited to register and hold multiple trading accounts on DSJX platform. Such behavior not only wastes the welfare resources of the BG team, but also violates the platform's rules. Okay. During the short-term signal trading period, personal trades that could affect large data are prohibited. You can read the rest of this. Spreading rumors or disseminating false statements that mislead the public and causes panic is strictly prohibited. To protect the privacy and financial security of all members, adding friends to the group is prohibited. And losses resulting from such actions will be the personal responsibility of the individual. Mutual respect is essential. Okay, just like every other workplace, right? Both parties must log into BondChat to reply to messages. During the collaboration, the BG Wealth Sharing Group ensures your stable income. After earning profits, you are required to contribute to the development of the BG team to achieve a win-win outcome. All right. Now you're going to say, what's BG? What does it stand for? All right. B stands for being. Being is a core concept that refers to the nature and reality of things. It is about how we understand ourselves and our relationship to the world. G for growth is the process of life is essentially a process of continuous growth, not only on a physical level, but also in the deepening of our spirit and mind. And our mission to help people earn consistently in the crypto market. And my mission right now to, like David, to share it as much people as we can globally. If we people around the globe, give them that plan B, okay? Because their hardship, paycheck to paycheck. Some people don't even have a job, right? So what is DSJ? This is a platform. Let's see, what is DSJ? This is founded in April 2022 by Karen Sandler, a former Argos engineer. DSJ Exchange has licenses and operating permits from more than 30 countries and regions around the world, including the US SEC license and Australian ASIC license, the Monetary Authorities of Singapore, or MAS, the Dubai Financial Services Authority, or the DFSA, and the Central Bank of the Bahamas, bringing together outstanding blockchain technology talents from around the globe. Team members come from more than a dozen countries and regions around the world, and core team members of DSJ have worked for global finance technology or technology companies. And you've heard of these companies, okay? Morgan Stanley, IBM, PayPal, Amazon, Google, and Binance. DSJ Exchange serves millions of users around the world, providing basic transaction, including spot and simple options, as well as derivatives transactions, including margins, futures, perpetual contracts, and options. DSJ Exchange is the most comprehensive option platform in the industry with the fastest and most comprehensive spot transaction and highest on-demand exchange or financing yield for high-quality projects. On February 18, 2023, in just 24-hour trading volume of DSJ Exchange, it reached about 109,066,683, and the daily trading volume exceeded 100 million US dollars. So on February 26, 2023, DSJ Exchange ranked among the top 100 exchanges in the world. Guess what? When my wife joined in September, okay, we're actually about 300 some thousand members, okay? I joined in October 24, 2025, and it's creeping up to 400,000. And to date, we're between 500 to 600,000, or maybe more. But our leaders, David can probably correct me on that. But we're getting to that range. But guess what? We're part of DSJ. DSJ is forced to reckon with by other exchanges. We might be one of the top 10 in the next few years. And DSJ Exchange focuses on convenience, versatility, and fund security, and is currently preparing for an IPO and next year, 2027, and more to follow on that. Now, if you know about Albert Einstein, he's widely attributed with calling compound interest the eighth wonder of the world. He stated that he who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. This concept describes exponential growth, where earnings are generated on both the initial principal and accumulated interest. It acts as a powerful, long-term wealth building tool, or it can be the opposite, a destructive force if, for instance, paying high interest debt. Okay? Now, who is our CEO? Professor Stephen Bird. Well, Professor Stephen Bird, that's what we call him, and sometimes I call him Dr. Beard because of his credentials. He was born in 1985, so he's just 40 years old, okay? I like the fact that I can see him in Zoom. I like the fact that he's very communicative. He's mentoring you in Bond Chat. You can ask him any question. If you know about Tony Robbins, it will cost you millions to be mentored. All right? Thousands, I mean, to be mentored by him, okay? But here, you can do one-on-one with him, and he's going to mentor you. A highly successful guy, all right? His interest is fitness, boxing, swimming, traveling, golf. His nationality is a British national. His education, he majored in finance from Oxford Brookes University. The focus is on investment banking, financial markets, corporate finance, and international finance. He's a graduate master's degree and PhD in finance. All right. So he knows what he's talking about. He's an economist at the International Monetary Fund. You all heard of IMF, right? So yes, he is one of the economists. Executive, his former role, okay? Executive at Gemini, a US-based cryptocurrency exchange. His experience in buying, selling, and trading digital assets such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. And guess what, guys? We're trading what? Bitcoin, all right? Extensive background with commercial banks, investment banks, financial services firms, and manufacturing companies. Investment expertise in equities, futures, funds, and cryptocurrencies, okay? Combines big data analysis as part of the skills that he has with practical investment experience, known for delivering strong performances, with effective risk management, specializes in short-term and high-frequency trading strategies. He's recognized for team management and investment frameworks, successfully led teams to create substantial long-term value. And I love that. Okay, we're here in the long haul. He's a young guy. He knows what he's talking about. Now, what is the tripartite win-win structure? All right, so first, the investors, if you decide, if you're a guest, if you decide to be an investor, you're retail investors like some of us. You don't need a license, you're just investing, okay? All right. And second, we have a guiding leader, which is Dr. Stephen Bird. And third, we have a platform, okay? Is up and coming, DSJ Exchange, okay? Part of the 100. I was what I said, okay? Top 100 exchanges in the world. All right. Investors profit daily by following Dr. Stephen Berg's shared optimal trading points, which have a precision rate of over 99.6%. You saw Davin's record. He's got 99.9%, right? So at least 99.6% or higher, ensuring long-term goals or gains. The guiding leader, which is Professor Stephen Bird of the Wealth Sharing Fund team, enhances the trading volume and visibility of the exchange by guiding the team members with these trading signals. Okay, he released a code, AI generated, 99.6%. We just have to grab it, okay, and use it and bring it to our DSJ. I'll tell you more about that later if you're a guest. DSJ Exchange rewards 30% team trading commission. DSJ Exchange benefits from the promotion by investors, gaining more members, and providing a stable investment platform. Okay? If we're a million, we're a force to reckon with. If we're a million members, because right now we're a force to reckon with. That's why we're winning all the time. We all can always say that. But how much more if we're in the millions? We're early, guys. Imagine we're not in a million yet. If you're a guest here, I'm sure you've joined other opportunities in the past, and you're probably at the tail end. This, guys, is new. It's so revolutionary. So have an open mind, have a piece of paper, write it down, okay? Write down your questions. All right, moving along. All right, so 5 advantages of our shared fund. Long-term stable income. Why? Because we have that AI as part of our when we do the trading. That's why we win 99.6%. Legal and compliant operation, like I told you about DSJ Exchange. All right, we have 30 countries, licenses for more than 30 countries. And guess what? We're operating to over 100 countries globally. Think about that. All right, and we're not startup, okay? It was created in 2018. We're just hearing it now in 2025 because that's when we got our licenses, all right, to operate with the SEC, and it's filed in Colorado. You'll see that later on. All right. Fund protection guarantee. Why? BG Fund Company was established in 2024 with a startup. They put a startup in 2024, capital of 30 million pounds to ensure the safety of all members' funds. We're going to get back with that when I show you the different phases of trading, okay, if things fail, okay? And think about this, 30 million pounds to ensure the safety of all members' funds. And long-term project partnership. We have signed a 10-year cooperation agreement with DSJ Exchange since 2022, so it's 2026 now. Do you think DSJ will cancel the partnership? I don't think so. It's going to be a long-term one because we're growing as a community. Everyone's happy. Everyone's withdrawing. Our CEO is young, and we have shareholders now who's also helping with the decision to move forward so we can be continuing this long-term relationship and win-win opportunity for investors, for the company BG, and for the DSJ Exchange. So like I said, in that three tripartite win-win opportunity. Future income will be diversified. In addition to making profits through signal trading, you can also form a team to make additional profits. So you can get salary, you can get rewards, but you really don't have to. Those people who are shy of talking to people, it's okay. But guess what? You have family members, you have loved ones. If you know it's working, tell them to be their own bank. Be their own bank. All right? I'm going to touch that later on. What I mean by that. So these are the certificates, but in the All right, because of the time constraints, I want to make sure we can go continue on because we have a few more to touch here. All right. But in the chat, I posted, do your due diligence. Why is that important? Because my due diligence, the first 2 months when I heard of this, my wife was telling me she wanted to join in July and August. And I keep telling her no, because I was looking at Google University. I did not do my due diligence. Guys, when you have an operation, like hopefully you don't, but when you see a doctor, do you ask the doctor, where's their license? Did you ask them that? You probably don't. You just trusted them, right? How about flying? Did you ask the pilot, is this his first time flying? Those are your lives at stake. But guess what? You trusted. Here, you can actually do your due diligence. Don't believe Reddit. Don't believe Google University like I did. I postponed my wife doing this, and finally she's decided to do it because she's seeing her friend, her co-worker, making withdrawals, changing their lives. She can literally see it, and the proof is right there. Money don't lie. And she's like, I'm gonna take this risk. Okay, what is $500? That's what she said. And I thought she's gonna come back to me a month later crying and say, yeah, you're right. But no, she was withdrawing. Guys, collectively, my wife joined September 22, 2025. I joined October 24, 2025. Like that's like a month later, right? So within 4 months for me, almost 4 months, and my wife within 5 months for my wife, collectively we withdrew 30,350. That's significant, right? At least for my family. All right. All right. So there it is. All this security certificate. No, we didn't just print this out, make you show. Guys, you can go do your due diligence. If you're a guest, look at the chat, grab those websites, and they'll tell you how to look for it. Okay. In the government website, because Google University cannot jump there. Okay. As a matter of fact, there are people who are actually probably got scammed, and scammers will use anyone. They can use BG's name to ruin their reputation so that they can just scam people. They're doing that with our leaders who are level 7 and level 8. Okay. They're doing that with Stephen Bird. Imagine Googling your name, maybe someone saying they're pretending to be you. Okay. You know how many times Facebook get hacked? All right. So, like I'm saying, do your due diligence. All right. At least, if not for you, for your family's future. So, how do we follow trading signals? Well, step one, copy the code from Bond Chat. Paste the code in your DSJ account and confirm. Check position, order. Step 1, 2, and 3 is that simple, but okay, I can expound on that more. What is Bond Chat? Bond Chat is a secured server. Okay, anyone can join this Bond Chat, but our company chose this to protect the members because we are the VIPs. We're the only one who are supposed to be able to grab this code at the designated time. We have 20 minutes to do it. It get released on this one at 7:30, as you can see, 1930, the 18FU 3PFM2. That's the code at that time when this was released. So 1:30 and 7:30 p.m. Okay. So you grab this code. You have 20 minutes to do it. And where do you go? All right. You go to your DSJ exchange, your very own DSJ exchange. And let me tell you, some people are afraid about their ID. This exchange will not ask for your social security. It will just ask for your ID. Why? Because this is your very own account. When you go to the bank, the same thing. They ask for your personal identification, right? It's important because why? You are the only one who can withdraw your money. And the only time someone can withdraw your money is if something happened to us. All right? Because this is an investment. Think of it as like another nest egg. It's an investment that someone can inherit. If something happened, all right, it goes to our next of kin. It's so crucial to have your identification that it's you who's right there. Also to protect the members. Remember, anyone can afford, scammers can afford $300, $500 to start the business, to start investing, just for them to figure out, to look, who's over here, who can we use to scam people. All right, that's why it's so important. If you're a member, please put your photo, please put your authentication of your identification. That's your way of protecting our platform. Guys, do that, because protect yourself. Like social security, this is your account. Protect your ID, that's your ID. Protect your password, because you should be the only one who's using it. Okay, if you trust someone, that's a different level. But please don't just be careless in putting it out there. All right, protect it, because I'm telling you, like David have showed, he's making tons of money, and you don't want other people withdrawing it. Right? It's only you who can withdraw. All right. So what happened? You copy the code from Bond Chat, because we're the VIPs. We got the code. We paste it into our DSJ exchange. So futures, I'm thinking of it. I'm thinking of it like future money. All right. Click futures, and then you go to invited me, because I got invited by the CEO to use this code to what? To please enter the order code right here on the third step, and then you click confirm. And finally, you look at the position order, just to want to make sure that, yeah, I indeed have my trade. And guess what, guys? Why do you think we're winning 99.6%? All right, and more. Because we're a force to reckon with, right? Like I told, if you didn't hear it, when we have 20 minutes, right? Each one of us, each members will put that position, put that code in there. And that at the given time, the CEO and his analyst will release the floodgates. All right. In that moment of time, because so many of us, all right, we can make actual change in the market. Okay. We can command the market to go up slightly, and that's a win. That's why we're a force to reckon with. And the more members we have, the more members we share it with. That's why we're getting rewards, because we want to be more than 1 million. All right. So, hey, if you want to end poverty globally, this is one way of you sharing it, at the same time making money, significant amount of money in a short period of time. All right. So what if the transaction fails? Well, remember, it's 99.6%. There can be a 0.4% chance, right? And David already explained earlier that, if you didn't hear it, right? If you're just coming along, we have 5 phases here, all right? Usually on the second phase, remember, we're only trading 1% of your principal. So let's say you have $500, all right? We're only trading $5. Each trade, we're only trading 1%. What if you lose the $3.25, that's the profit that you're going to have, because you get 60 to 65% profit per trade, okay? But if you lose that, now we move to the second phase, which is we're now betting 15%. I'm sorry, 3%, which is $15. Let me say it again. 3% is the second phase, which is $15 for this particular example, all right? And then if that fails again, usually we recover it, because the profit there is enough to cover the losses on the first phase. But guess what? We can move on to 45, 9%, 27%. And then if all else fail, remember what I told you about that 30 million pounds escrow? That's where the money comes in, to make sure all the members will get the money back that we lost. Okay? All right. So someone asked earlier, can you make money? Do you need 10 people to make the most money? Well, guess what, guys? Just $500. This is what's going to happen in 18 months. All right? Think about this. This is no brainer to me. It's just mind boggling, because people will like, this is too good to be true. It's impossible. Guys, think about this. 1 minute. Think about it. Every single one of us probably have a bank somewhere, right? And they told us, the bank said $500 each time. $500 to keep there in savings. You can have our free checking, you have all the perks. Why do they want that $500 to stay there that you don't touch? They use it for what? Car loans, mortgage loans. What else? Credit cards, right? High interest. They make millions. As a matter of fact, maybe billions out of those $500 that we keep in there. And how much do we get a year with that $500? You know, one funny story is that uh, I helped sign up someone a few days ago, less than a week ago, and she started with 10,000 because for her, it's no brainer. My money will double in 60 days. Okay. And then I can withdraw it and just pay 12%. Okay. That's one. And second thing, she's like, I got this $10,000 in the bank for more than 10 years, and the bank only gave me $600 out of it. That is crazy. Here, she started, okay, we had that promo that time, you know. Uh, she got, she started with 10,000, and in less than 2 days, she got 800, almost $900 added to her $10,000. And she was like blown away. I'm telling you guys, numbers don't lie. But don't worry, you might not have the 10,000 or 5,000. $500 is a perfect number. Perfect number, okay? As a matter of fact, when I was making some earnings and I was like, I need to help my relatives back home. I need to, you know. So literally, if you have extra money, or you have brothers, sisters, or relatives that don't have a job, make this an investment for them. Make it as a gift. If someone's having a birthday, give this as a gift. Because why? It's compounding. It becomes income generating investment. All right. I have friends or family in the Philippines that they can withdraw $300, $400 a month now because of this. All right. That's significant. It can really change people's lives. All right. All right. Let's me move along. All right. How will you build wealth? Well, first, you can be an active, passive income earner, which is basically just trading. In the beginning, I just wanted to trade. I told my wife, I don't want to talk to people, I just want to trade. I just want to compound because I know the digital currency I have in Coinbase is not working well. So maybe, yeah, you're right. I'll just do the trading here because I can see, because I'm seeing her twice a day. She's winning. So I said, okay, I'll do it. All right. So I did it. And sure enough, it's working. And then finally I said, oh, I'm going to bring my brother and my sisters here. Okay. They're nurses too. And they're working their butt off, really working and working. And it's like paycheck to paycheck. All right. It, it's, it's another opportunity you can tell to your loved ones because guys, so easy. Instead of giving my wife, I said, oh, I just want to trade. Here, talk to my brother and my sisters or my coworkers. No, she's done that. All right, because she can't get me in the first month. She's done that with her friends. So I'm like, okay, well, what do I have to lose? I'll share my link. And guess what? I get rewarded for doing that. And that's why I'm here, guys, today. Now, you can be an active members by sharing your link. Okay? It gives you an opportunity for faster growth potential with no income ceiling. It requires commitment, though, effort, and ongoing learning, which we do anyway at workplace, right? We always learn, but guess what? We only what? Yearly increment increase on our hourly salary. But here you get rewarded handsomely and greatly. All right. So when you're endorsing rewards, how does it work? If your new member starts with $500, you as a referrer if they use your link, you get $25, and the newcomer get $25 as well. How about if it's $1,000? The referrer gets 10%, which is $100. It's not deducting from your money. The reward is coming from the company. All right. And then newcomer gets $50. So guess what? Your money grew already as a newcomer. All right. And then 3,000, 5,000, so on and so forth. So you get two permanent regular trading signal at 1:30 p.m. and 7:30 p.m. So if you choose to share and create a team, you may qualify for a third permanent signal. Like David, like me and my wife, and our unstoppable Fran Karang. Okay. Um, we are enjoying this third signal. All right. And that's the beauty of being able to share this opportunity to someone, share your link, and if everyone's happy, it's just a matter of time you'll grow. Okay. All right. So what happened when you have someone that started with 500? Okay, the referrer will get 6 bonus signals. What is that? All right, the admin, which we call Elena, will give. Let's say you sign up today, you got authenticated. The next day, they'll give you 4 of your 6 signals. Okay, this does not require a code. You just do the following. At the designated time at 2 p.m., 2:30 p.m., 8:30 p.m., 9:30 p.m., you just go to futures, okay, invited me, and then you look at the data below where you see this, please enter the order code. You're not entering a code. You just go below it and you confirm to follow the order. That's free money. Just click it. All right. You get 6 of that, 4 daily. So 4 the next day, if that's what the admin tell you, and then the remaining 2 goes the following day. But if you're the referrer, you might get more than 6, depending upon the amount that got the initial investment of the newcomer. All right, team building. I know David touched a little bit of this, but everyone knows 5 people. By just doing that, guys, you're already level 1. You get a minimum salary of $30 every 10 days. So that's $90. Promotion reward of $100. And then every birthdays, okay, you have to be level 1. Every birthdays, you can ask the admin, you can ask Elena, they'll give you $100 for that. Okay? And David is level 5. He said 2,400 every 10 days minimum, and his one-time promotion is $5,000. And if his dividend that time during that every 10 days is higher, that's what he get. All right. So it's either 2,400, or if the 3% of his team, that volume is higher than the 2,400, the higher one is what he gets. And me and my wife, thankfully, we have extraordinary team who saw the vision. All right. My wife and I are both level 3, and guess what? We're getting 500 every 10 days. So that's 1,500. That's additional $3,000. So now instead of us finding another job somewhere, like a part-time job, just this alone, sharing it to someone, it can be really lucrative. Okay, that's all I can say. It's so easy. If people say no, it's okay, because I was that person. I told my wife no, but finally in September she decided to do it. She did a calculated risk. Why? Because she thought about $500 is nothing, Carlos. All right. If we go to Costco, we spend that much. But this Chris, 500 is nothing. We have 2 teenagers. We bought cell phone, iPhone is like 1,500 each. All right. That's minimum. So I'm like, and that's not an investment. $500 will give you, in that um, slide that I showed you earlier, just by trading, will give you in 18 months over $500,000. Where can you find this? Numbers don't lie. We have a calculation that we can share with you if you're a member. All right. If you're still skeptical, it's okay. Do your due diligence. All right. Level 7. You can be a shareholder at this level. Okay. You can be promoted as a shareholder, but they select it. They get nominated for that. But guess what? 10,000 every 10 days minimum. Promotion rewards 25,000. There's a handful of level 7. Why is it just a handful? Because we're early, guys. If you're a guest here, you could be the one in level 12. You never know in the next few years. All right? Because right now we only have 2 level 8s. 2. All right? And the first one that became level 8 started in December of 2024. Level 8. He's making $60,000 per month. He made 100,000 promotion reward, okay? And guess what? He only have few people to start with that he knows, right? And it just compounded. Why did it compound to over 20,000 members? Because everyone's happy. If you're part of the VIP team that can see what's happening in our bond chat, our secured server that our company pay millions to protect us all right? We don't pay a single cent to be member of that. All right? Guess what? They all happy. They're all posting their wins. They're all thankful. They're all grateful. And that is unheard of. I've joined several things in the past, but this one is really, I'm telling you, mind-boggling. All right, third permanent additional signal. Once you successfully help 5 people directly referred members form their own team and each new member deposits over $500, you will receive access to a third permanent additional signal, which is at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This means you will receive 3 fixed trading signals per day. Your money will compound even faster. All right. All right. Making all this money, how do I withdraw? Funds are secure within your DSJ exchange accounts, and you can withdraw anytime after your first 100 trades without penalty. Let me repeat, without penalty, all right, which is 20% plus the usual 12% handling fee. But if you really want to see if you can withdraw, because I've had members who've done that because their significant other were concerned about, are you wasting your time? I don't think you can withdraw. So they said, okay, it's all right. I know I start with 500. I know my money is 750 right now, but I want to withdraw the 250. It doesn't matter if I'm paying the the penalty fee because I have not done the 100 trades. What's 100 trades? If you're doing 2 trades a day, that's like 50 days. All right. So, and with the free signals that you might get, so within 45 days, you can actually have 100 trades. But anyway, you can actually withdraw and have penalty just to see if it's really working. Because I know people who got scammed, they're not able to withdraw. Okay. As a matter of fact, they even asked the member to add more money because they want to see if you can afford to withdraw to pay the taxes. All right. If it's your money, why will they stop you from withdrawing? All right. So that's a scam. That's a red flag. So now, bind your DSJ withdrawal wallet to the corresponding receiving wallet. Transfer funds from the trade exchange, convert currency if necessary, and then you can withdraw. Select the currency and wallet, enter the amount, and initiate the withdrawal process. All right. Again, remember, when you're authenticated with DSJ, you use your ID and you have a selfie of the ID. The first time you withdraw, you have to provide the withdrawal address, give that to the admin, we call Elena, and at the same time, you put you redo the photo, submit the photo that it's indeed you who's withdrawing, a selfie with your ID. All right, so they can do the matching from, because again, like I said before, you are the only one who can withdraw your funds. All right. Hope that's clear. So everyone who makes a fortune at BG started from scratch. Your background, that doesn't matter. Your success isn't determined by your starting point, but by your actions and determination. What matters most is your readiness to take the first step, choosing to take the initiative rather than waiting and watching. And that's from our CEO, Stephen Bird. So what are the next steps? Ask for your sponsor's invite code. Watch our getting started video, which we have. Okay, we have other videos that we can share with you, just like how to fund the account, how to register in DSJ, how to register in the bond chat to be one of the VIP members, and register using mobile number or email address for the DSJ, fund your account with Bitcoin, Ethereum, USDT that runs on TRC, ERC or TRC network, and USDC. It's not here, but USDC. Join the bond chat group to receive training and real-time signals. All right, let me play this a little bit because this is probably what's happening even with some of our members right now.
Our kids said we were crazy. Friends told us it's a scam. You're gambling with your savings. And others said you'll never get your money out. Whatever you invest will just disappear. Well, our kids are pretty smart, but this time they were wrong. We've withdrawn our original investment, no hassle, no drama, and we're getting paid twice every single day with the fixed signals and more through bonus signals and the potential for a third paid signal as our business grows. It feels incredible to see our money working for us, like clockwork. If you've ever wanted your money to grow faster than you thought possible, now's your chance. Show the kids you really are crazy. Crazy like a fox. BG Wealth, it's working for us. Isn't it time to put BG Wealth to work for you?
I just get some of this level 7 and a level 8 guy right here, some testimonials, because they started this level 7 lady, Nevo, from Vietnam. She joined in April 13, 2025 with just $500, guys. The only difference with them and us right now is the time. All right. The platform works. Numbers don't lie. It's just time constraint, the timing. They were visionary back then. They started. Mr. David, he started in I believe he said July. The point is, they have to start. All right, you have to start, and regardless of how much money you started with, it will compound. All right. And the level 8 guy, he started in December 22, 2024 with $313. Okay. And he's making over 20 some thousand, close to 30,000 daily trades. All right. That's like salary for some people. Imagine that. $313. He just had the vision, and we are in the right platform. I like how he says it. This platform is a diamond in the rough. All you have to do to polish the diamond is to do your 2 trades a day. That's it. Copy and paste. No guessing, no watching the if you're a regular trader, you're not watching the candlestick. All right. You're not gonna be emotional. You're not gonna be worried about that. Oh, okay, maybe a little bit more, and I might get more money. But guess what? In a split second, you lose what? It can drop and lose all your investment. So if you're doing that trading, hey, if you're making 70 to 80%, that's remarkable for an actual trader. But here, guys, 99.6% or more, and you just do copy and paste. It's always a win-win. But it's decision is a decision, but it's up to you guys. But if you think this really intrigues you and you want to get more information, please get back with the person that invited you to this presentation. So imagine, okay, especially those young ones right there who are still in the workforce. Imagine being 67 years old and realizing your missed days like this, for a job that gave you a 3% raise but took 90% of your life. Make that sink in. All right. So let me see. I want to call on um my one of my runner. All right. Let me start sharing. All right. Do we have our amazing, our unstoppable, our beautiful, very talented Fran Karang? Are you here? And you're the one responsible for being one of the first 15 learning center.
Yes, I am here. I am here. I am here. All right. Thank you so much for these 2 wonderful men in my life. Aren't they great? Great job, David and Carlos. Okay? Let me tell you. All right, for those people here, I am pretty sure there are several of us here, and it cut across investors from 500 2,000, 1,000, 50,000 maybe, okay? So I will tell you, you could start whatever money you would like, but I want to inspire you properly, okay? My background is in real estate, 20 years in real estate, and I am also a real estate investor. Also 15 years in franchising business. So you could see I am already old, about to retire, and already had those experiences in my life. So hopefully tonight I'll be able to show you exactly when you are already in this late stage in your life, how to kind of jumpstart your money. Okay? There are younger people here. Yeah, you could start with $500 and then run with it, along the way. But if you are like me, about to retire, and you are still wondering, how are you able to compound your money and be able to um, make that money work for you? That is my motto in this business. I want my money work for me. I don't want to work anymore when I'm already retired. If I would like to work, at least because I love that job, I love real estate, and I have to if I need to. But if I don't need to, well, and I'll just have to trade, cut, and paste all the time. Okay? So we were talking about um, retirement, right? And in this business, we are able to make 60% of our investment. I would like you to understand that when we're talking about the 20%, 12%, cut or fee when we withdraw, you better believe it that in franchising, if we get 25% of our investment, we are already successful in that business, operating that business. But here, if we get 60% return, I am willing to pay the 12%, the 12% fee all day long. Okay? 60% is huge, people. All right. So let me tell you what I did. And hopefully, for those of you who have extra cost, you will probably see the wisdom in what I did in a very, very short period of time. My son, David, shared his money. Money. David and I share the same concept. We love money. Being a realtor, I love and work with a lot of money. Okay, selling houses, million, half a million, you name it. So I am so used in seeing big amount of money. All right. So in this particular business, I would like to show you the possibility that yes, you could earn $22 million within 7 months. I'll show it to you. Okay. So I invested $2,000. In less than 2 months, the $2,000 grew to $25,000 because I had a strategy. Remember, we were given two codes. My team and I am very focused in helping my team understand that if you have the third signal, you will be able to leverage that money and make it grow faster than when you're having two trades only. So in my team here, in our team, we overemphasize the value of the third signal. All right. And you will be able to have your your leader basically show you how it works. And then after that, I also, when I'm already comfortable with BG and have proven that I could really withdraw my money, so that's when I decided, should I top up? That was the opportunity when the professor said, for those people who became very, very cautious in the beginning and only invested $500 to $2,000, you will be able to top up and I will give you extra 10% incentive. Being a business-minded person, always in business, I said, why not? I have this money that's just sitting there making like 4%, 3% return in my bank. So my strategy, and I hope you will listen to me, my strategy that I used in order to kind of speed up the money that I make, withdraw that money from my regular bank, put it in here so that in so short of a time, I'll be able to use that money work for me. So let me tell you that in about 3 months, okay, well, not actually 3 months. So in 3 months, I made 25,000. When I injected it within, I would say 2 weeks, okay. So now I am already in my third month here from $25,000. Yesterday, when I did the presentation, my money grew to 101,844. 101,844. Today, as we speak, I checked it and it grew to 103,740. So every day, my money is growing $1,896 for me. So why don't you multiply that 1896 times 30 days? That's a whopping $56,880 a month. A month. It's not a week, okay? It's a month. So for those of you investors, remember we are individual investors here. It all depends on how you would like to grow your money. But if I could inspire you to do it, that's how I grow. I am a risk taker all of my life. I'm not saying that you do the same. No. I mean, you only have to put the money that you are afford to lose. For me, because I trusted the people who brought me here, I trusted my son Carlos, I trusted the professor, I trusted David. Okay? So I am willing to risk this money. And another strategy of mine is once I doubled it, I withdrew that exact amount of money. And guess where I will put it? I put it in my 401k, right? So now I have a cash cow making this tremendous amount of money here on the other end. And every money that I draw, I put in my safe haven investment, my 401k. You see, am I losing any money here? No, my money is growing left and right, left and right. And some other portion of it, obviously, I have to put on some real estate. I'm a realtor. That's how I would like you to please see this business. Be a business-minded person. We are individual investors here. Okay? I want you to have a bigger vision, and that's another way of probably inspired me to really pursue this center so that we could still, inspire people, teach people how to invest properly. Okay? We are not those types of people who are what do you call this? Licensed to do investment stuff. But we are only going to share you, again, share you. We're not advising you. We are going to share you what we experience here in our business. And I guess, so in other words, I calculated 103,740 at the end of the year. At the end of the year, and because I have 3 trades times 1.9% return, guess what? Guess what? At the end of the year, if I will not withdraw, that is $22 million at the end of 2026. So, if I were you, would you take your money out? Well, it all depends on you, okay? Whether you are passive or dynamic, it all depends on your motivation and your strategy. But even if I just have to take half of it and, 10,000 or 10 million or 12 million, is that bad or bad? It's good, right? So that is my testimonial for tonight, and I hope that I'm able, or we are able to impress upon your minds that we are individual investors here. Feel free with your individual strategy, whatever is comfortable with you. But again, in my end here, I have a bigger plate to fill. I am retiring, and I would like to make sure that my retirement will be worth living. Okay, and with BG is the only place, in this entire planet where I could get a secured retirement and still be able to help other people. Okay, and that's all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, our unstoppable friend, for sharing your testimonial. Now, I'm looking at the chat. There are some questions there, but I don't know if we've answered them all. I think Mr. David was able to answer. Let me see. Donald, are you satisfied with the answer to your questions? What are the penalties? Uh, I guess in terms of withdrawing, maybe early or. But I think Daven responded, you will have to reach trading volume once you add more money to prevent 32% fees total. All right. So if that's what you're looking for, yes, that's the penalty. But um let's see. But we're clear on that from the get-go. But you can withdraw your money anytime. All right. If you change your mind the next day, you can withdraw it. But be mindful, there is that penalty. Early withdrawal. All right. Let's see. I also saw that someone would like to see maybe a testimonial in Spanish. Hey, Anna, are you here? Our another unstoppable team member, Anna Soto. Tell us your journey. You can do it in English and Spanish combination so we can tell our Spanish speaking guest here.
Okay, I'll be fast and quick. No. So yeah, my name is Anna, and I'm a real estate, agent like Frank, and I also do commercial real estate, and I manage an office of realtors, more than 500 agents. Um, so basically, what it is here is that the vision that I see here for everybody is, in short, just trust your friend. This is all about trust. Whoever brought you here, just sign up, even though you didn't understand everything. Just sign up today and learn. Along the process, we will teach you, and be confident. With the money, because think like as an investor. Um, and if you don't know anything about trading, like I didn't, but I took a risk, because if you don't take a risk in life, you will never get anything back. So uh, basically, trust your friend, sign up, and take a risk. So that's pretty much in English. And also, my slang is have a vision with ambition. And that's in English. But the Spanish version will be this one. Hola amigos, soy Ana, soy un realtor y soy inversionista. Y también manejo una oficina de 600 agentes de real estate en Maryland. Y para los que están hoy escuchando esta presentación, si no entendieron todo, entonces busquen a su amigo que lo refirió, y solo confíen en él, porque esto es acerca de confianza. Y inviertan lo que ustedes puedan, porque en 2 meses ustedes lo podrán sacar. Y siempre sean visionarios, y si no saben todo, no se preocupen, porque el sistema les va a enseñar. Yo llevo 2 meses ahí, y invertí 3,000, y ya gané, bueno, ya mi cuenta llegó a 10,000 en 2 meses, y soy nivel 2. Muchas gracias, and don't think too much, and just join. That's all. Thank you.
Thanks, Anna. Let's see. Donald, you said if I started with 500 and 6 months later want to invest 10,000, what are the implications? Well, you can always add later on, but again, it's the same thing. Your money will double in 60 days, okay? All right. But if you want to withdraw the amount, give it some time to mature in there, okay? Uh, Otherwise, if you don't have not done the 100 trades, you're subject to that 20% additional uh, early withdrawal fees. All right. Think about it when you do 401k, okay? You're not at the rightful age to withdraw and you withdrew some funds. Yes, you're gonna have federal and all those other uh, penalties that you have to pay for withdrawals for withdrawing early. All right, but that's a very good question. Thanks for expounding on that question, and also the website. The suggestion is don't use the Wi-Fi and try again. All right. Some phones or how you set your phone, it might be because of that. But all right. You're welcome, Donald. All right. If you have any more questions, just let us know. I'm trying to see. Do we have Dr. Sophie here? Do you see if she's here?
I don't think she's in.
She's not here today. Okay.
No.
All right. So let's see. I think we have one more for testimonial. Or if you have a question, just unmute yourself, please. I know we got a little over, but it's really important that we address all your questions because we're not doing you a favor if you just use Reddit or Google Academy for your due diligence. Okay. That's what I did, like I said in the past. And I'm thankful that my wife, let me share my screen so you can show you. Let's see, Zoom. Let me share my screen. All right. All right. So here's my wife. And who is that? That Miss Gagan is, I put level 7 here, but during the time when I was creating this, she was actually level 8. All right. And this happened in Las Vegas because in October, when I joined, last week of October, we found out that there's going to be a convention, all right, in Las Vegas that's happening in November of 2025. So my wife want to rub shoulder with the successful people because we're all in on this. This is our plan B. I'm telling you, I've been a nurse for 30 years and I'm still paycheck to paycheck. But this one is giving us that cushion. I don't have to work another job because this one, I'm enjoying it. My wife is loving it. We're just doing copy and pasting and sharing to other people, other professionals who would also want to experience this financial opportunity. If your advocacy is to help more people, this can be a platform. You can actually give them the investment to start with as little as $300. Okay, where can you find an investment platform that can make you half a million in 18 months by just investing $500 just for trading alone, not for sharing your link, okay? Just for trading. All right? We can operate 7 days a week. 365 days a year, all right? This is the best part-time that you can think of if you're looking for that. You don't need certification for this. You can work from everywhere globally on your mobile phone, and you don't pay monthly fees, no subscription fees, and the win rate is 99.6% or greater. All right. Daily profits are compounded. No sales, no inventory, no equipment, no traffic, and your capital increases. Finally, an investment that you can see, that you can make grow. You can see it daily. Okay, I'll give you an example again. Okay, I have a friend who's part of this, who's a member now. Okay, I didn't ask him to that I'm gonna share this, but for his privacy. But anyway, there was this, you know, Charles Schwab. Is that a hedge fund or where you invest? Anyway, 300,000 compounded there. In the moment that he was like looking, each time if the stocks go down, the agent still get the same exact amount of fees. His fees never change. All right. They're really not working for my benefit in a way. That's what he was thinking. So he's like, you know what? Let me take control. Let me move it where I can, he want to move it, right? But guess what? immediately, this agent called him. What are you doing? What, did you just move? You know you're going to be penalized $30,000 for moving 300,000 for moving it, transferring it. Imagine that. All right, $500, guys. $500. It can make you half a million. I think it's no brainer to me. Like I said, go to a restaurant, family of 6 plus my father-in-law 7, easy for dinner, $500. All right. Like I said, no sales, no inventory, no equipment, no traffic to deal with. As a nurse, rain, shine, sleet, snow, you have to be there because why? The patients are depending on you. All right? We have to be there, rain or shine, sleet or snow. All right? There's rank advancement with monthly salary and bonuses. And the only basic verification you need to join is your ID or passport. And now you can ask your referrer, there's no minimum age, or you can have, I'm sorry, you can have minors doing the trades. All right. Just help them as long as they're under you. Well, we'll talk more about that. Okay. So again, everyone knows 5 people. It might not be your coworker. It might be the family that you love and care about. Start investing. Start having control of their money, of your hard-earned money. You can see daily, and you can withdraw, guys. You can withdraw. Anyway, if there's no more questions, all right. I guess this is a good time to end. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll try to find a way to get this recording compiled and share it to whoever wants it. Thank you again for being here. I'm sorry that we go over this time, but I can see that there's so many good questions. We have several members that join us and several guests. And for the members right now, please be patient. If you see that there's some delays in authentication, let me tell you why. Okay, this just show that we are in that rapid growth. This thing is a strong indicator of any project that is gaining trust and building significant momentum. They prioritize whatever. There's so many admins, they're training more people. Just be patient, guys. As long as you put in the funds there, they know whatever rewards is due, they'll give it. Okay, they'll make sure the new member gets it. But let's just be patient. Maintain the patience during the scaling process, because it's very crucial. It's imperative. Reaching 1 million will certainly create a massive strength in our collective influence in the market. So we can always have that 99.6% win. With that being said, thanks again, Unstoppable Fran. Thanks to all who gave testimonials. Thank you, Mr. David, level 5. We're on the way there. It's just a matter of time, right? So thank you, and God bless everyone. All right. If you have more questions, please ask the person that referred you to this presentation, and I will gladly ask them for my number or my contacts, and I'll gladly answer any questions they might have or assist you with answering those questions. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good
Bye, Carlos.
evening.
Bye-bye.
Carlos,
All
thank
right.
you.
All right. Take care.